Hey, Dr. Tyler Williams at Sleep SLC. Thanks for taking a minute to watch this video today. And you're here because you have some questions on dental sleep apnea appliances, or the oral appliance as we often call them, and maybe some options for snoring or sleep apnea, or maybe you just kind of found this out and so you're trying to check around and see what your options may be on a sleep appliance. And we're here to help you get your questions answered, provide some tips and things that you can start using today. So the first thing to know is that there's a difference between snoring and sleep apnea, but they're often linked, but they're not always linked. A lot of people have sleep apnea, but they don't even know they snore. They even don't make noise. Sometimes people with sleep apnea just stop breathing, or they have a really low volume gasp, but not actually making that, classic bear in the cave snoring sound. So the first thing to do is to get screened, and we do this with a home sleep test. It's a special device you wear for one night. It measures a whole bunch of things. It's kind of like a fancy smartwatch, but it can go on your wrist or your finger or on your chest, and it measures your breathing, your sleep patterns, a whole bunch of things, so we can determine some of those things. The other thing is, once you get that test, is you'll have a diagnosis of kind of 3 levels of sleep apnea, and there's low, medium, and high. And it can be a little bit misleading because sometimes people in the low are actually the ones who feel the crummiest and get the biggest change when they get an oral appliance. But we also want to look at how much time of the day is your oxygen low. So when you sleep, there are episodes where you stop breathing, and they are usually very quick, but they happen multiple times, and it can be tired. When you look at the science on this, a lot of people are actually more tired in the morning than they were during the day, because if you have a sleep disorder, your body's working harder when it's trying to sleep than it actually is when you're awake, and that's why you might feel exhausted or zapped of energy all day. Feel like you could just sit on the couch and fall asleep at any time, because the day when you're awake, your mind's actually helping, but when you're sleeping, your mind's trying to rest, but your body's going into overdrive and causing these problems. So you also want to look at how much time is your oxygen low when you're asleep, and then how often are you having these episodes. And common things people come to us complaining about when they're trying to figure out if they have a sleep issue is morning headaches, dry mouth, sore jaws, sensitive teeth, just feeling tired throughout the day, or sometimes it's your spouse or significant other doesn't want you in the same room sleeping because of the noise or the tossing and turning. Another common one is people will get up multiple times during the night to use the restroom and maybe think, I just drank too much water, but that might be fine once, maybe twice during the night. But if it's happening a lot and it's happening all the time, then there's a good chance you may have something else going on there. Some other things that people often think about or run into, or conditions that they have, would be diabetes, Alzheimer's is linked to it, even erectile dysfunction is linked to sleep apnea, and acid reflux, teeth grinding, a whole bunch of things, right? So it's important just to get that screening and figure out if you have a problem or not. And then you have kind of 3 options for treating it. The first one would be oral appliance, another one is a CPAP, and a third one is surgery. Surgery is usually only indicated if you're in that highest level. If you're in the first level or the medium level, usually a CPAP or an oral appliance. There's no one size fits all. Depends on a number of things, and depends on even what kind of sleep apnea you have, because there are 2 main kinds of sleep apnea. But one advantage with the dental appliance, the oral appliance, which is kind of our niche, is providing oral appliances and also being able to utilize your health insurance, which is medical. It's not a dental. Okay, your medical insurance or Medicare or flex spending, health savings, and also some great payment options if you need monthly payments if you don't have insurance, or your self-pay, or have a high deductible, which a lot of us, myself included, have the high deductible plans. And so you can get this and it counts towards your deductible for the year, which is nice. But the oral appliance is nice because it's easy to use. It's the most compliant of any of the options that I've found, so people are the most likely to use it and get it and wear it as compared to a CPAP or some of the other options CPAPs do work well though, so we don't always rule that out. There are a number of people that are better off at least starting with a CPAP, but the Appliance, one thing that's nice is if you have ever had your teeth straightened or you're worried about your teeth shifting, it also acts as a retainer to keep your teeth straight, keep them from shifting. You can usually replace your Invisalign retainer or your orthodontic retainer with the Sleep Appliance. It'll hold your teeth in place, protects your jaw, protects your teeth if you're clenching or grinding. So there's some great advantages to that. Most important thing is get a diagnosis, get screened, figure out what you have going on so you know for sure. Because if it's just, hey, sometimes I'm snoring, I don't feel great, it's really important to get a big picture view of what's going on, and we're happy to help you do that. We have some local options that you can get screened and test that, or some telehealth options, so we're happy to get that information for you and let us know how we can help. If you have some other questions, give us a call. We can get you a copy of one of our books on this subject. If you'd like more information, you can call or text us or visit our address, and our contact information is below this video. So thanks for watching, and please leave your comments. We look forward to hearing from you, and we'll see you on the next one. Have a great day. Thanks.